Hey everyone, this week I'm bringing some changes to how loot works in Take and Hold that is compatible with all your favorite characters and any new ones as well. So this is what the average supply point looks like. And what you can notice is that there's no constructor. You can always change this in the custom buttons mod panel by finding LootInTNH and setting whether you want it or not. However, there will always be this box. It contains a random weapon that would usually come from the constructor, same level, some ammo, attachments, and an item. Every time you complete a hold, a new loot box will spawn in every single supply point, and the level of the loot in the box will correspond to what the constructor's loot would have been, as well as the types of guns that you find correspond to the time period of your character. This new way of acquiring loot in Take and Hold should lead to a more natural feeling of finding items rather than using the constructor. Ultimately, I want this to be part of a bigger mod, which will give you quests for items to look for in Take and Hold, as well as missions that you can do, like finding a certain number of Sosa guns. If you have any ideas what should go in the loot boxes or what these missions should be, let me know in the comments or in the feedback form. Up next, we're going to talk about some new items I added, which includes this big green crate, lockers, and a cooler. All of these are gun cases, which means you have two latches to open. You can put stuff inside, close them, move them, and the stuff will be right there and will save performance. The same applies to lockers, which has special geometry, and coolers. All of these are vault saveable and eventually will also be added as loot spawns in Take and Hold. One final feature that is not included in this week's release is bartering for items in the item spawner. You can see the funds that you have available and the amount of cash each weapon costs, which corresponds to how useful they are. When you purchase a weapon, your funds are depleted, and I will add a new UI that will allow you to put in money cartridges to add to your funds. This will really help enhance the SupplyRaid experience where these are rewarded, but I will only include it for your safe house scene when you're actively inside of it. The spawn lock will always be free everywhere else. And if you want to know how this item works, click on the video on the screen.